Where my champions at? Where my champions? Dim the lights just to recreate the ambience. I'm about to murder the stage, call an ambulance. Moment of silence, my condolences. I'm going crazy, I don't think that I can hold it in. I pray to God to forgive me for my life of sin. I'm jumping in even if I don't.
Morning guys, I am on the treadmill this morning as usual. Kevin, sorry to hear that you're sick, buddy. So while I've got some free time while Kevin isn't here because I'm waiting for a client, I am going to do some study on the essentials of sports and exercise nutrition. It's my new certification I'm going through, so I'm just going to do that. Every day I've been doing about half an hour of reading on it, and it's pretty cool. It's really in depth, but it's good to really go back over and just focus and get my nutrition knowledge back into place and just start applying it for my clients straight away. Also, James, a huge shout out to you for losing 4 kilos and gaining a whole bunch of lean muscle. That is freaking awesome, buddy. We are off to a great start here on a Wednesday morning, guys. Hope you're doing good. I've got some cardio today. My legs are absolutely killing me at the moment. My hamstrings are on fire, so it's gonna be interesting to see how this workout goes, but at the end of the day, just gotta test it out. All right, that's about it. I'm gonna do some reading because otherwise I'm not gonna have enough time, and I'll keep you guys updated. See you soon. Here is a quick fitness tip for you all. The food that you eat actually gets broken down, and when it's broken down, it goes into your cells, right, which sends out signaling things and goes into the cell membrane. But what I want to talk about is when it goes to the Golgi apparatus, or the nucleus, sorry, that's when it affects our DNA. So what you eat is going to determine what happens in your life. So you could actually have something determined for you, and you could change that just by the food you eat. Like eating broccoli can help prevent cancer. Eating cooked tomatoes can help prevent prostate cancer in men because of the functions that are telling the DNA to activate, turn on and turn off. And it's the same thing when you're eating crappy food, what's happening to your cells. And I was just thinking about that. I'm like, the things you have, the things you eat are going to affect your DNA and what actually happens, and that's why diabetes happens, that's why cancer happens. That's kind of what I learned just in this little section. It was really interesting because now I can apply that because I realized what I put in my body is going to affect my DNA. So the curtain thing didn't last too long. It started coming apart. So what I did is instead I got 2 towels to cover the top, and it's actually pretty effective. I'm like, all right, sweet. So it's kind of dark in the room at the moment, but there's still some light coming in, as you guys can see from there, which is good, and then it goes to my dark face. But yeah, so I was like, you know what, I'll muck around with it and I'll see how I go. Had a really good high intensity session today. What I figured out is that, like, we talk about how carbohydrates, everyone talks about carbohydrates being bad, right? Carbohydrates are not bad. Carbohydrates are your fuel source and you need them. Like, I had carbs this morning before my high intensity workout and my heart rate was skyrocketing. I made such better progress in my training and be able to push myself in the high intensity zone for a longer period of time because I had those carbohydrates too. So if you're gonna train fasted, just a quick tip, if you are gonna train fasted, do it with a lower intensity exercise. When you have the higher intensity exercises coming up, like doing the intervals, doing hill sprints, doing bike intervals, all that stuff, you need carbohydrates as your fuel source, otherwise you're not going to be able to push yourself as hard. Now, you might be burning more fat when you're doing high intensity, but if you can't put the same level of intensity, you're not going to burn as many calories, okay? So you need to think about how hard you can push yourself, and that is going to be from your fuel source of your carbohydrates, okay? That's why I talk about having carbs around your workout. Is the most important thing that you have around your workout? Not really, but they're going to be the thing that is going to fuel you. That's just my thoughts to share with you guys, that carbs are not evil at the end of the day too. So that's just a little bit of our thought. And also I shared with you guys about the earlier about the cells and how what you eat is going to really affect your body, and it just makes you think on a whole nother level. Like, what am I putting in my body now? What is this actually doing to my DNA at the moment? What is it going to do? Is it going to help me live longer? Is it going to turn on the genes that are going to prevent cancer, or is the shitty food I'm eating going to turn on the diabetes genes? That's a little insight for you guys. Let's keep this room nice and dark and see how I go tonight, and I'll keep you guys updated later on. This is the first time in my life I've ever seen white eggs in Australia. Ha! Unbelievable. That is pretty cool. And this is, it's still got the shell on it, because you guys can see right there. Boom. Yeah, this is bizarre. So those are the eggs that I picked up yesterday. And I was like, hey, they're white shells. That's crazy. I haven't seen white shells before. So that was a pretty cool little interesting thing. By the way, what you can do is actually boil the shells and then crush them down a little tiny bits of powder and use them as a calcium supplement. That's a little tip. I want to share with you guys something. I get really anxious when I'm not moving around and I'm not doing stuff, and I'm sitting around, you know, working on stuff at home, but I'm not doing it, like I'm not moving around, I'm just working on the computer. Like, it sends me fucking crazy. Like, I'm sure you guys get anxious about other things, but for me, that's what the key thing is. I'm like, oh my God, and it really just like, I don't know, I just get like anxiety and freak out because I'm not doing anything. I am doing something, but I'm like, my moving around, my doing stuff, that's my productivity stuff. So when I sit around and do the client programming and make those pages and the sales pages, and that's just like, man, it is such a stressful thing. Hey, like, I can't even describe to you guys at the moment. But that's just my little flaw that I want to share with you guys, because I'm just like, man, like, what the hell? It's crazy. I don't know why. Like, I think it's because probably ADHD, to be honest, like some type of ADHD, not technically diagnosed, but like it just sends me fucking bonkers. I mean, even now at the moment, doing all this stuff on the computer, I've got like 4 or 5 or 6 tabs open, because I'm like, I've just got to have my mind always going, and that's why I'm doing the 30 minutes of meditation every day at the moment, because I really need to just take time to step back and just like, what are you doing? That is my update, guys. I'm going to head to work in a second to see some clients, and that's going to be me done for the night. Probably won't see me again, so if so, I'll keep you updated. If not, speak to you tomorrow.